Hi, my name's Scott Gordon. I was diagnosed with schizophrenia about 11 years ago now. And it was quite the uphill battle. At first I was in a lot of denial, where I'd feel like, there's no way I'm schizophrenic, or who's the doctor, even the doctor, who's he to say I'm schizophrenic or mentally ill? Fuck everyone. So, long story short, because of that, I refused to take my pills unless I was in the hospital, because I couldn't get out of the hospital unless I took my medication. So I'd take my medication, get released, and then go off my pills. Then I would go back into the institution. So that went on for about 10 years, and I became diagnosed with my diagnosis evolved into schizoaffective, which is schizophrenic and manic depressant, or schizophrenic and bipolar. And any advice that I'd have for someone raising a child that's been diagnosed with schizophrenia would be give them a little bit of rope. Like, don't force the medication on them. Don't be like, hey, you gotta take your pills, and be really in their face about their diagnosis, because chances are they might feel like an outcast already, and this diagnosis is really giving them a hard time. They think they're a freak, or there's something's wrong with them, or something like that. It's just give them a little leeway and try to be their friend more than anything about it. Now I'm doing well. I've been out of the hospital for a year and a little bit, and out of the past 11 years, because I've been out for about a year. Between 20 and 30, I was institutionalized once a year, so 10 times in 10 years through my denial stage. So I spent a lot of years in the hospital, which isn't bad. I'm from Ontario, and the mental health, healthcare is amazing. Actually, really good. So I have a lot of help around me. But for anyone who's schizophrenic, I feel your pain, and things will get better. Just stick with it. You might get depressed and feel down on yourself, feel like you're losing all your friends and stuff like that, and when really you're not. Especially if you're in your 20s, people, it's hard to understand when you're institutionalized so often. You're not getting on with your life. You have a lot of time to think, so it's you might not have the support you might not have the support from family and friends. So you feel all alone in this battle. Well, you're not alone. There's plenty of people just like you and me, and just stick with it. Stay strong. You'll be alright. Just take your medication, and things will get better. They won't eventually they'll just leave you alone. They won't even question you off and on your pills. You get a little freedom. If you live in Ontario, well, you're probably linked up with a community high-intensity treatment team, which I'm dealing with right now, who are awesome. I can't mention any names, but they are wicked. They all sorts of recreational things, and just put yourself out there and see what they have to offer. And you might find some friends who are just like you, and you never know, you might find the love of your life through one of those recreational things. You never know. You know, that's life's just unpredictable.